Nowadays, if you have the ability to understand and use media strategically, as well as to interact with others effectively, you can open up a world of opportunities. Those skills that I mentioned are actually 21st century skills. So, in this video, we are going to discuss social literacy and media literacy. At the end of this discussion, you are expected to not only explain the concepts of social literacy and advantages and disadvantages of media literacy, but also to demonstrate media literacy, social and people skills, as well as write about the significance of social skills and media literacy.
Social cognition and social skills. Social literacy means the presence of social skills, knowledge, and positive human value that enable us to act positively and responsibly range of complex social setting. Morally upright, just, and equitable. There are steps to improve social literacy. 1 is sharing. 2. Cooperation. 3. Listening. 4. Follow directions. 5. Respecting personal space. 6. Making eye contact. And last is using manners. Social skills. Social skills, abilities, and behaviors that allows individuals to effectively navigate social situations. Example, communication, active listening, conflict resolution, interpersonal communication, leadership, cooperation, nonverbal communication, emotional intelligence, and culture. Social cognition. Social cognition is different psychological processes that influence how people process, interpret, and respond to social signals. Examples, greetings, initiating conversation, understanding the listener, empathizing, reading social cues, previewing, planning, problem solving, and apologizing.
So next, we are going to tackle about emotional intelligence. So what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the ability to manage both your own emotions and understand the emotions of people around you. There are 5 components. The first one is the self-awareness, the second, self-regulation, third, self-motivation, fourth, empathy, and the fifth is the social skills. Self-awareness. It is the experience of one's own personality or individuality. It is also the recognition of that awareness. The example of these are the emotional awareness and the self-confidence. The second one is the self-regulation. It is the ability to understand and manage your behavior and your reactions to feelings and things happening around you. The example of these are the self-control and trustworthiness. The third one is self-motivation. It is the internal drive that leads us to take action towards a goal. It keeps us moving forward even we don't want it to do. The example of this is the initiative and the optimism. The fourth is empathy. It is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. The best example of this is the leveraging diversity and the empathy. The last one is the social skills. Is any competence facilitating interaction and communication with others where social rules and relations are created, communicated, and changed in verbal and non-verbal ways. The examples of these are the leadership and the communication.
People skills. Skills used to communicate and interact with others effectively. Building positive relationships with students and colleagues. Active listening to understand students' needs and concerns. Effective communication to convey information clearly and engage students in discussions. Empathy and understanding to create a safe and supportive learning environment. Conflict resolution to handle disagreements and maintain a positive classroom atmosphere. Collaboration and teamwork with other teachers and staff members. Adaptability to understand teaching styles and student learning styles. patience and tolerance to handle challenging behaviors and situations, encouragement and motivation to help students reach their full potential, cultural sensitivity to promote diversity and inclusivity in the classroom. These different sets and examples of people skills are significant because it functions as creating and building a strong band, most especially communicating effectively in order to achieve productivity.
Have you ever come across an article or a video that seems too good to be true, yet you can't help but believe it because it confirms your beliefs? Well, it's time to talk about media and information literacy. Let us first define it. So, MIL, or Media and Information Literacy, is a set of knowledge, attitudes, and skills that help us to make ethical and wise decisions when we engage with media and information. You must have thought of questions like, what are the skills are you talking about? And how actually do they help me to, as you've said, make ethical and wise decisions when I engage with information and media? To fully grasp what MIL is, let's dig into its components. What I am referring to are the skills, knowledge, and attitudes that are important in being media and information literate. There are three components of MIL, and those are access, evaluate, and create. Let's start with access. It generally means being able to reach or use something. When we talk about media and information literacy, it means using different types of media to find, get, and keep information. A good example of this is what you're doing right now, watching this pre-recorded presentation because you know where to find it and you know what to do with the link that we provided on our group chat. Another example could be when you need to find books on a topic for your GE8 report. You went to the library at NURSU and searched for the books you needed. Or maybe you search for related studies on Google Scholar, which will be used for your research proposal. Those are all instances when you use your access skills. Having access to information is like owning a lot of keys, but it's not enough to just insert any key into the knob. We also need to take a closer look at which key is the right one. The same process happens when we evaluate information and media messages. The second component of MIL is the ability to evaluate. When you evaluate an information or media content, you ask yourself questions like, who made it? What is the message they are trying to share? Is the message clear and accurate? What's the reason they made it? Is this true? And is it biased? For instance, as you're watching this video right now, do you believe what I'm saying is accurate? Do you trust me as a reliable source to talk about this topic? You might want to check other sources of information to confirm whether what I'm saying is true or not. Another example is when you're shopping online. Let's say you want to buy a pair of trousers on Shopee. Some of you might check the product's reviews, compare prices with other shops selling the same product, and even inspect the seller's information to ensure a successful purchase. Also, evaluation is essential when consuming news from Facebook or Twitter newsfeed, just to make sure now we are getting accurate news and content that are good for us, diba? So those are just few instances when we evaluate information and media contents. Now let us move on to another component of MIL, which is create. So it is the ability to use various media tools and techniques to share information, produce music, TikTok videos, Facebook posts, or any media content you can think of. But remember, it's not just about being good with the technical stuff. You also need to make sure you share accurate content, know how to communicate well, and be responsible and ethical. For example, if you are participating in online discussions, you want to make sure you organize your ideas clearly and use language that will not offend others. Also, talking about intellectual property, When you make video projects that require you to add video clips, images, and music, you may use copyright-free ones from Pexels, Pixabay, or from Epidemic Sound to avoid using products illegally. It's also important to be part of the democratic processes like creating or signing online petitions and using media to spread awareness about significant social or political issues such as climate change, human rights, and other relevant issues. If we combine all three components of media and information literacy, we can unlock a powerful potential. We can become more informed and responsible citizens and better understand the media and information we encounter. Like I've said before, MIL can help us make wise decisions. With the help of it, we can take advantage of the great opportunities that technology offers while staying safe. And that concludes our discussion on the definition and aspects of MIL. Now that we're done with it, let's dive into its dimensions.
Dimensions of media information literacy. There are three dimensions of media information literacy. The first one is media literacy, ability to assess, analyze, evaluate, create, and communicate using forms of media. Example, a teacher might be teaching students about Dr. Martin Luther King. To increase media literacy, the teacher might use a textbook that describes Dr. King's life and accomplishments and then show a video clip of a speech he made. The second one is information literacy. Ability to find, evaluate, and use information effectively and responsibly. Example, critical thinking, problem solving, time management, computing, and note-taking. And the last one is digital literacy, ability to find, evaluate, and communicate information by utilizing typing or digital platforms. Example, using your phone to check emails, using an online search engine to find the answer to a question, using online search to complete a research project, creating an online profile on a social media platforms.
Media and information literacy skills offer a lot of benefits and opportunities, but some instances are also inevitable, especially when a particular skill developed is inappropriately utilized. There are some disadvantages in media and information literacy. In education, it may result as distraction and lose their skills in socializing because they rely on media and information as the source of learning, wherein students could also copy the works of various posted information and submit it as their works. In such, the purpose of learning is unattainable. Disadvantages of media and information in the politics. In media and information can be used as a weapon in manipulating the people's beliefs in terms of politics through the use of varied black propaganda in order to gain support, and may also lead to the confusion of the citizen due to the fake information being spread, in such that citizens end up to take revenge against the government. Disadvantages of media and information in economy. In the other side, result to chaos, especially when the report disseminated is inaccurate, and lead to confusion and affect the decision-making of the company, and also being inadequate in knowledge relating to economic policies and programs will result to being lost in the line of progress of the company. Disadvantages of media and information in the society. People will be distracted by the various entertainment and less function in doing responsibility in their respective lives. Due to the exposure in media, people read various information that is not good and may result for doing such crime, or believing some persuasive platforms of fraud that lead to the risk of life.
Advantages of media and information. Education. It inspires people to learn more. And it also makes teaching easier for educators. Lastly, it can improve the quality of education. Advantages of media and information. Politics. It educates the public in the field of politics. It allows ordinary citizens to express their opinion on certain political issue using the web. And it keeps the public well informed on political issues and current events. Advantages of media and information. Economy. Promote employment opportunities and attract potential investors. It can educate people who are interested to try other forms of investment and look for business opportunities. Advantages of media and information. Society. It helps to connect to each other even if we're far away. It's easy to get information. It's easy to interact with people with the same interest and make friends.
Well, that's all for now. Remember to stay social, savvy, and always keep learning.